Good morning to all of you. The title of today's lecture is Work and Heat Transfer. In this video lecture, following points will be covered. The first point is modes of energy transfer for closed system and open system. The second point which we are going to cover is sign conventions used for heat and work transfer. And the third point is about differences and similarities between work and heat transfer. So let us will begin from the modes of energy transfer between open system, that is control volume, and its surrounding. So if you consider this as a open system, that is also called as a control volume. This system and interact with the surrounding in the three ways. So what are the three ways? Number one is the heat. So either heat will be transferred from the surrounding to the system or from the system to the surrounding. Our second mode is work, and third form of energy is the energy which is coming inside the open system along with the mass, and some energy may leaving the system along with the mass at the outlet of the system. So this is about the energy transfer between open system and the surrounding. Now, will these energy interactions are recognized at the system boundary as they cross it, and they represent the energy gain or lost by a system during a process. So, what is the effect of these energy interactions? One, two, three is the either the net gain in energy of the system will occur, or net energy will be lost by the system. So that this energy interaction will represent the energy gain or lost by a system during the process. So we'll be able to find out the how much is the net energy gain or energy lost by the system. Okay. So next we'll see the what are the modes of energy transfer between closed system and its surrounding. As we know that the closed system doesn't doesn't allow to enter the mass inside the system and leave the system. So only there are two ways. The only two forms of energy interactions associated with a fixed mass or closed systems are either in terms of heat, either Q in or Q out, or in terms of work, that is W in or W out. So this in and out, the terms are relative to the system. Okay. So uh, next we'll see the what is the difference between the heat and work. How will define the heat and how will define the work. So what is the heat? If energy transfer between the system and surrounding occurs due to temperature difference, it is called heat. Okay. And what is the work? If energy transfer between the system and surrounding occurs other than temperature difference, it is called work. So this is the basic difference between the heat and work. So let us will see details about heat and work in further slides. What are the sign conventions for work and heat? Uh, Let us will see first sign conventions for work. When the work is supplied by the surrounding to the system, so W in is considered as a negative. When system does work on the surrounding, so that is called as a W out, so that will be considered as a positive. Whereas the sign conventions for the heat are exactly opposite of the sign conventions of the work. So when the surrounding supplies the heat to the system, that is Q in, with respect to the system, this is Q in, that is considered as a positive. When the system loses the heat to the surrounding, that is called as a Q out, and that is considered as a negative. Heat is the form of energy in transient. So let us will focus on some more about the heat. So when we say the heat, and when we say the work, so energy is recognized as heat transfer only as it crosses the system boundary. So let us consider this baked potato. The temperature of this baked potato is definitely more than the surrounding air. So because of this is hot, it has some thermal energy, and when this comes in contact with the surrounding air whose temperature is less than this baked potato, the energy will be transferred in terms of that is a heat. So when it comes on the boundary, then and then only we can say that this is a heat. Otherwise, it is called as a thermal energy of the system or the surrounding. So what is the condition? Condition is that the energy should cross the boundary because of temperature difference, that is called as a heat. That's why it is called as the energy in transient. Now in this figure, we will see that the heat transfer depends upon the temperature difference. So the temperature difference is the driving force for heat transfer. The larger the temperature difference, the higher is the rate of heat transfer. In the first figure, we have considered here three cold drinks whose temperature is 25 degrees Celsius in the first figure, and the room temperature is considered as a 25 degrees Celsius. So there is no temperature difference, means no heat transfer. In the second diagram, the temperature of this cold drink is considered as a 15 degrees Celsius. The temperature difference is now 25 minus 15 is 10 degrees Celsius. The rate of heat transfer is 8 joules per second. Whereas in the third figure, the temperature of the cold drink is considered as 5 degrees Celsius. The rate of the temperature difference is 25 minus 5, that is 20 degrees Celsius. The rate of heat transfer is 16 joules per second, that is double. So in short, the more the temperature difference, more will be the rate of heat transfer. The less is the temperature difference, less will be the heat transfer. Okay. So now we'll see the whole define the thermodynamic work. Work is said to be done by a system if the sole effect on things external to the system can be reduced to the raising of a weight. So this is how we define the thermodynamic work. So let us will understand this with the help of this diagram. We consider the battery and this motor as a system, and this dotted line will represent the system boundary. Now this the system is doing the work upon the surrounding. Now is it possible to reduce this system to raise the weight? Yes. So this is the right side diagram, so that will represent how this system can be reduced to raise the weight. Now what we have done here, when the fan is replaced by a pulley and a weight, this pulley and a weight as shown in figure, the weight may be raised with the pulley driven by motor. So we can say that the weight can be raised. The sole effect means the only effect on things external to the system is then raising of a weight. So we can prove that this like this by reducing the given system in such a way that we can raise the weight, so that we can say that the system has done the work on the surrounding. That is a thermodynamic work. Okay. Now we'll see the some more points upon the thermodynamic work. Here, in the definition we saw that the raising of a weight is not literally means actually raising of a weight. It means the displacement against a resistance. When we say raising of a weight, it means displacing a mass against the gravitational force which act as a resistance. So now we'll see what are the similarities between heat and work. The first similarity is both are recognized at the boundaries of a system. As they cross the boundaries, that is, both heat and work are boundary phenomena. Second point, that is, system possesses energy, but not heat or work. It is wrong to say total heat or heat content of a closed system, because heat or work is not a property of the system. Heat, like work, cannot be stored by a system. Both heat and work are the energy in transient. Some more similarities we'll see. Both heat and work has the same unit, that is joules or kilojoules. Both heat and work are associated with the process, not a state. Unlike properties, heat or work has no meaning at a state. So at a state is defined with the help of properties, but heat and work doesn't have any meaning for the state because it is associated with the process. Now both are path functions. Path functions are those functions whose magnitudes depends upon the path followed during a process as well as the end states. So in this diagram, if we see, this is the diagram which illustrates how this heat and work is path function. So this state 1 to state 2, the system has undergone through a process via path A or path B. So how much is the volume of this system at state 1, that is 2 meter cube? The volume of system at state 2 is increased to 5 meter cube. So how much is the difference in volume? So when we follow this process via path A, the difference remains same, that is 3 meter cube. When it follows this path, the difference is also 3 meter cube. But this is regarding the properties. This is regarding the properties. So when we say that dV, that is change in volume, is given by V2 minus V1, since these are the properties, so integration of dV over the V1 to V2 is nothing but V2 minus V1. So for all the properties, this is possible, but the WA is not WB, means the work done during this process A is different than the when the system undergoes the process B, and similarly the QA is not equal to QB. So we can say that the integration from state 1 to state 2, the differential work, that is del W, is not equal to W2 minus W1 because it is depends upon the path. So we can say that integrate or delta W or the integration 1 to 2 state is equal to W12 via path A or via path B, or we can say represent like this. So these are the some similarities between heat and work. Okay, today we'll stop here. Thank you.